Hello and welcome, it is Wes here. And I suppose you all know what we're going to be doing today. Spy on them. I haven't done this video in forever. So today is the day. We're doing that video. Can you believe it? Alright. Well, let's hope that it's a good one. Alright. I just checked and it looked like it came out from a new moon in Scorpio. So, Scorpio can be a little bit of a spiritual sign. So, who knows? Maybe our intuitions might be guiding us this month. Hopefully. Mine said to do a tarot reading, so here I am. Alright. Where's my thing here? If you're new to this channel, you can find the timestamps down below. Just look for my name. It'll be highlighted and pinned. Show more info and you'll see all the blue links there to go to whatever zodiac sign you want to watch. Awesome. If you need to get a hold of me, hit the drop down tab. It'll show my email address there if you need to get a hold of me for a personal reading, or you just want to send some crazy feedback about my videos, or if you have questions about something, right? And please make sure if you do that, it's constructive feedback or something that's actually criticism. Some people just complain, and in my opinion, I'm not really going to respond to stuff like that. But anyways, this video is about an ex-partner. So, as I say in all my videos, if you don't have one, get one. And then you can be a part of the crew over here. Alright? And lastly, thank you for everybody that watches my videos, leaves a like, or sends me emails. There's a couple of you that send emails from time to time asking where I'm at or when I'm going to do a video. So I do appreciate you. Alright, you know who you are. Alright, and just remember with any tarot video, folks, if it doesn't make sense to you, don't make it apply. Alright, there's something for everyone on YouTube. Alright, plenty of tarot readers. Alright, I'm not proclaiming to be the best out there, so. Alright, we'll start with Aries, I guess. Aries. Aries. Alright. I feel like every time I've adjusted the video, and then I want to adjust it again. Alright, that looks about right. Tell me about the person our Aries want to spy on. Who's this person? What can we know? Who does Aries want to spy on? It says Seven of Wands reversed. This could be a person you gave up on, or they gave up on you. You may feel whoever this person is not really trying. Alright. Tell us about this person that's suggesting Aries wants to spy on, that I'm assuming has stopped trying or isn't putting effort in anymore. What are they thinking about towards Aries? This ex that just doesn't care at all, apparently. What are they thinking about towards Aries? Does suggest the Ace of Wands. Okay. What else are they thinking about? Okay. Says the Queen of Wands reversed here. I'm assuming that is you. Right. Why are they thinking the Queen of Wands reversed? So I split the deck on the Eight of Cups here. I'm going to take that. Alright. Whoever this person is, Aries, this could be good news, I suppose, or bad news for some of you, but this does suggest in some ways this person has interest in potentially pursuing you again. Alright, but what they're thinking about here likely suggests that if you walked away from them or they left you, that you may not be interested. Alright, the Queen of Wands reversed typically is just not interested. Alright. For a small portion of you, this card can also suggest maybe a, a slightly negative opinion towards this person. All right, that's the more politically correct way to put it. It just kind of depends from situation to situation. But overall, you've got a person here that has interest in you, but I would say their overall energy is kind of still showing a giving up kind of energy, and it's pretty much pointing towards this as the reason why. So this would be somebody that's kind of, I guess, negotiating to themselves, what's the point? How do they see Aries, whoever this person is that wants to come towards Aries but won't? So we have this Five of Swords reversed here. Some Aquarius energy. This tells me something here, and again, it's going to vary from situation to situation, but this could imply that at one point you had some friction with this person, all right? For some of you, it may have felt that this person was, playing with your mind a little bit, or dicking you around, all right? Because the Five of Swords oftentimes does talk about one person that gets their way, and it's kind of at the expense of another person. So this can suggest, for some of you Aries, you may have felt that this person was, I don't know, potentially taking you for granted, or maybe they were just trying to, you might have, from your perspective, felt that they were thinking more about themselves and not so much considering your needs or your emotions, all right? But this person, it's suggesting, sees that as a de-escalation, like that, whatever that tension was, if there was any, all right, is over, okay? So this reading is really, so far, kind of looking at like somebody that is viewing you, Aries, as somebody like, maybe I shouldn't go and turn that rock over again, all right? That might be implying that they know from whatever their past behavior was may not be desirable to you at this point. Translation, it's like, I don't want to deal with this shit again. That's kind of how they're viewing it, that maybe your response or your approach to them may be negative, right? For others of you, even if it wasn't tremendously like negative or a bad experience, this person may just kind of perceive that your interest level towards them is just maybe not what it was from the past. So even at lightest, this could be implying a person that is in some ways aware that even if they texted you or try to re-engage you, that your effort level towards them may just not be what they're wanting, right? But irregardless of whatever I'm telling you right now, this does tell us that there's some sort of interest on their mind or a desire to approach you. What is this person hiding from Aries? Just says Nine of Pentacles. Why would they hide that from Aries? The Nine of Pentacles. So it says Four of Swords reversed. So this is just talking about independent energy. Somebody that would be independent, but why would they need to hide that? So this is actually what this is saying, potentially, all right, is that this could be suggesting a person that became recently single, all right? We have to keep in mind here is that this is what they're hiding, potentially. All right, somebody that goes through a breakup will go through Three of Swords. They'll transition into the Four of Swords post-breakup, and this would be an exiting of that. And then this is a card of being single and on the market. All right, it's possible that this person may not want you to know that, probably because you may view it as, what, I'm your rebound? I'm not your rebound. That is my guess on why they're hiding this. Alright? Take it or leave it. I mean, let's be honest. Not everyone wants to be a backup option. So what are you trying to say? I was your third wheel last time, now you want to make me the second wheel? That's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to make you my main wheel. What, is another one? Just kidding. What should we know about... This is a bonus question I added a while back. I don't know, let's ask it here because I feel like this reading's pretty much straightforward and done. What can we know about this person, this ex-partner that Aries wants to spy on? Just one thing we should know. Oh god, cards remember. One thing to know about this person. It says one thing to know about this person, the devil. So I'm not gonna jump too far into the devil energy here, Aries. All right, it is suggesting in some ways that whoever this person is, may have some type of habits, behaviors, in worst case scenarios, and this again is not going to apply to all of you, addictions. All right, I understand that not everybody has a drinking problem, not everybody has a drug problem. All right, but it can imply that. All right. Devil energy can also imply people that are in certain emotional problems or financial messes, things like that, and oftentimes it's their behavior, things that they're doing repetitively that keep them in those problems. But everybody can see it, but them. So, again, there's a wide range of things the devil energy can imply here, but it is pointing out, nonetheless, something about that with this person. So, my overall opinion on this reading, Aries, alright? For some of you, this could just be a person that you don't really know why you think about. You're trying not to care about them, but you just know that at some point or another, it's quite possible they'll pop up. This could be them. I don't know. If I had to take a gander, this person is, as I said, coming out of something. The energy does definitely suggest a rebound kind of thing. So if you were to get someone that is suddenly going from cold to hot for you, could be a red flag. But anyway, so that's what I got for you. Good luck to you. Detective Wes out. Alright, let's go Taurus. Taurus. Just want to say thank you for coming around for your consultation with me today. All right. I'm licensed as a private investigator and pretty much everywhere in the world, so I came to the right person. Tell us about the person our Taurus want to spy on. I can assure you, no private investigator has the power of these cards, but I do. So, your several $1,000 payment is not going to waste. Alright. Tell us about the person our Taurus wants to spy on. Who is this person? What ex-partner is this? And what can we know about them? It says the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay. This card is, in my opinion, slightly vague. It's not very revealing because all it's really suggesting is something that is A, stalled, B, not going anywhere, C, couldn't go anywhere, right? There could be a variety of reasons why that is. Perhaps this is it's suggesting a person that you tried to make it work with, Taurus, but no matter what you did, it just wouldn't move forward. That damn horse just didn't want to do what it was told. Perhaps the carrot on the stick was not the solution. Maybe that horse wanted the carrot somewhere else. Who knows? Well, shit, there'd be only one other place. Let's hope it's not that kind of horse. Anyways. Sorry, getting carried away there. Tell us about this ex-partner that Taurus wants to spy on, the one that it's not going anywhere with, represented by this Knight of Pentacles reversed. What are they thinking about towards Taurus? It's suggesting the Five of Cups. We've got some Scorpio energy there. Poor me! The Poor Me card. I'll clarify it and we'll see if we can get a bit more information before I talk more about that. What else is this person, this ex, thinking about towards Taurus? The Star reversed. Well, that's a negative pairing right there. Tell us about the Five of Cups. Why is that in this person's thoughts? It says Three of Wands reversed. Why would they be so upset? Why would this ex be so upset that it's not moving forwards? What's the main reason? Taurus, alright, I'll just say how it is, but whatever. You know, trying to explain what's going on in my mind would be very difficult, but it's suggesting that this person is upset. All right, and the primary reason for whatever the true reason is it's citing some sort of stress around things not moving forward with you. All right, the Three of Wands, when it's reversed, typically talks about someone that's just stuck, stalled, or it's nothing's happening. It can also suggest no communication between you. All right, we have to remember these are thoughts towards you, so it's implying that this does apparently upset this person. All right. The Star reverse is also a card that does tell us two things. It tells us about something that's not healing, a wound that's not healing, and it also suggests no communication either. All right? So, what does that mean all in plain English? If we just mash it together, it means that this person is struggling to move on, is what it's saying. All right? This does also tell us that whatever this person's truly thinking about, there's a lot of thoughts about you, all right? But even though I'm telling you that, we got to be careful not to jump the gun too much, because this person, it's not likely consuming this person's life, all right? It's just implying that when it comes to you, this person does overthink things, all right? What could this look like in real life? It's possible this person wonders what you're doing. It's possible that this person wonders sometimes who you're dating. All right, it's possible this person kind of wonders how things would be in a different way. All right, there's a lot of different possibilities, but these are things that can sometimes cloud a person's mind, but it doesn't oftentimes lead to anything productive because they're not fixing anything and they're not approaching you. All right, they're just stressing about it. All right. Sorry, let me let the dog out. Out you go. Come on, out. Out. Okay, now you don't want to go out. I don't know. The dog is confused sometimes, Taurus. She gives every indication she wants to go out the room, and then I open the door, she doesn't want to go out. Alright, tell us about this person we're spying on for Taurus. How do they see Taurus, this ex-partner? How do they currently see Taurus? So it says Two of Wands. So whoever this person is, Taurus, may feel that you are at a crossroads, all right, just as the card implies, all right? There's really not much to overthink here. This person is just wondering, to some extent, whether you're finally going off into the sunset. Translation, have you had enough? Perhaps this person's like, well, maybe this time they're not coming back. Really did it! Really did it this time! No. Now, as much as I'm kind of painting this person as a sorry basket case, let's not forget that there could be other things that they're just frustrated about, right? Right? There could have just been things that weren't going in their favor, that were outside of their control, right? So, but overall, this person just sees you at some sort of crossroads. Whether that's actually true or not, who knows? They could be. This card can also be between choosing partners. For those of you that already have another person in the picture or somebody that you're seeing, this person may be deliberating to themselves whether you're going to choose that person and not come back. What is this person hiding from Taurus? Person we're spying on for Taurus. It says the Hermit. Why is this person hiding the Hermit? It says the Queen of Swords. So it's something to do with you. I like the synergy of this, and I want you to check this out. I've done these cards for years, and I still to this day, I find little things, and maybe it's just the combinations and how they come out, but you notice little, I don't know if it's, just like image combinations or whatever, but look at this combination here. So we've got, I'm assuming this is them, right? And this is you. But if you put them together, do you see the semblance of the light here? He's looking down to her. What kind of cryptic message is that implying? So it's probably suggesting that this person is paying attention to you secretly or watching you. The Queen of Swords is somebody that it's what you post, it could be what you talk about, who you're talking about. With the air energy, any of the court cards are generally, they're vocal in their opinion, alright? They're not afraid to talk their mind or what's on their mind. So this person may be watching secretly what you're saying to get some intel on you. Like we're getting intel on them and they're trying to get intel on you. This is like a real CIA spy operation going on here. That is my guess here, Taurus. Alright, nonetheless, it is a guess, but this combination does suggest, primarily off the imagery, that this person they're just watching you. Alright. Another possibility here, and this doesn't really apply so much to the hiding part, but it can also imply that this person is thinking about what to say to you if they did. Alright. But the Hermit does talk about somebody that's in isolation or in the shadows. So all right. What is something we can know about this person, whoever they are, this ex-partner for Taurus? What is something we can know about this person? So it says the High Priestess reversed. Tell us about that. So we have the Knight of Cups. I personally believe that this person does somewhat want to approach you, Taurus. Alright, the High Priestess, when it's reversed, can talk about somebody that is unsure. Alright. This energy already suggested that. Alright, and the High Priestess kind of reversed, when it's reversed, further supports that. Alright, it is a card about one that is following their heart or following their intuition, primarily talking about the intuition. The reversal can oftentimes suggest a person that is not doing that at all, or they're listening to the opinions of others for advice. All right, don't do that, man. Don't waste your time. I do know better. All right, so it could be somebody that is, again, getting feedback from the bros or from the homegirls, depending on who you are watching. All right, but what it's clarifying to is this Knight of Cups, and that is an approach card. It is any of the knights are generally cards that are going to approach or do something. They're action cards. Why would this person be having confusion around that? All right. This overall reading here, Taurus, tells us about a person that it's not going anywhere with. All right, as I kind of told you in the beginning, suggested it's just stalled or couldn't go anywhere for whatever reason. All right, this person seems to be disappointed. I would imagine it's some sort of disappointment. I don't think this person's crying over you, but there's some sort of frustration that could accompany that, the disappointment. All right, this person sees you at a crossroads. Potentially, you're done with it. Your interest is gone. All right. For some of you, that is true, and for others of you, you still do have interest in this person, and they don't know it. What this person's hiding from you is probably suggesting that they're watching what you're saying. All right. My guess these days, it's through some sort of social media or whatever they can find. All right. This person may also be waiting to see if you're going to text them, all right, or talk to them, all right. That's another possibility with this. They may be, if we apply it to what they're hiding, that they may be wanting you to reach out to them, all right. And then finally, what we can know about this person is they seem to be confused, I would assume, on whether they should approach you or not, all right. If I had to take a guess, the only reason this person would be vacillating whether it's a good idea or not is because of all what we've just discussed, that where things are at. They may feel that they're going to get rejected or just not get your interest is low. All right, that's my opinion. Perhaps they're assuming that because your behavior has changed. You're not doing the same things you used to. All right. Anyways, Taurus, that's what I got for you. Take it or leave it. Give me a like if you got something out of that. Gemini. Oh, no, we're not going to use this deck. Let's use... Do you want to go out or not? I won't. Right there. Alright. Guess not. Let's start this again. Gemini. Tell me about the person our Geminis want to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know about them? Next partner for our Geminis. It says the Ace of Swords. Clarify the Ace of Swords for who this person is. So it says Four of Wands. I'm hesitant to talk about this just yet, but the preliminary is suggesting somebody that is wanting clarity potentially over a connection. For a lot of you looking at that card, you're like, it was never like that at all. But you know what? The tarot likes to show everything as diamonds and pearls. You're probably like, it was a fucking zoo. Everything was just destroyed. There was no flowers to be found anywhere. Well, always remember that for the 0.000000001% of you, this did actually happen. So that's the good news. But anyways, this is a person that may want to talk about a relationship, or bring up something around it, or lead a conversation in the direction of it, or gain clarity around it, right? Tell us about this person that wants some sort of transparency around the Four of Wands, this ex-partner for Gemini. What are they thinking about towards Gemini? What are they thinking about? Come on now. It says the Nine of Cups reversed. What else are they thinking about towards Gemini, this ex-partner? We do have this Queen here. I'm not going to take it though. But it says Seven of Pentacles reversed. So both of these are kind of negative. Why is this person thinking the Nine of Cups reversed and the Seven of Pentacles reversed? So we have the Magician. Why would they even try if that's what they're thinking about? It says the Knight of Cups. Well, I don't know what to think here, Gemini. This is kind of implying somebody that actually, in their thoughts, has somewhat of a negative, I would say a negative kind of thought process going on here towards you. It's clarifying to the Magician, which is kind of, it is an important card in the tarot because it can talk about the means to be able to found something or start something, right? Have confidence in oneself. And it's suggesting here this person doesn't have that, at least towards you, right? The Seven of Pentacles reversed is kind of negative here as well because it implies a person that's reflecting on tried and tested things that have been done and that didn't work, right? And we're going to this Knight of Cups. So this in some ways is suggesting by the energy a person that is looking at something like, well, you know, if I came around Gemini, it would just be probably more of the same, you know, rather than having that, we can do it, where could it go? It's more like, yeah, I mean, it'll probably, you know, it'll just be how it was, you know, so I can't really say this is a person that's very optimistic. And the Knight of Cups reversed is a little concerning too because that can also talk about a person that can return to a situation that might have been successful at one point, but they're viewing it as no longer. So one would ask if they're not very impressed by a situation, why even come back to it? You know? A great real-life example of this is somebody that is saying, F you to the boss, I'm out of here. And then 3 years later, they're reapplying to that same place and coming back. And then everyone's like, I thought you hated it here, right? Yeah. Well, you know, it's what I got right now. So, I mean, you see where I'm going with this? So, yeah. Worst case scenarios can talk about sex without love, right? But despite that, it's kind of implying that like this person still has some interest to come back to you, but I don't think they have the winning mindset here. No. How do they see Gemini, whoever this person is, this ex? Person that we're spying on Gemini, how do they see Gemini? So it says the Six of Cups reversed. This is talking about something from the past, but Why the Six of Cups reversed? Why does this person see Gemini as the Six of Cups reversed? We also have the Lovers here. Says the Tower. So this is kind of negative here too, Gemini. Hold on, let me let the dog out. Finally. All right. So what this is basically implying here, Gemini, worst case scenario is Six of Cups reversed, the Tower. All right, a lot of people could read this in different ways, but from my opinion, it's talking about something from the past, aka you. The Tower here can be something that it just didn't work, right? It is oftentimes, for whatever reason, you guys couldn't get along, or there was something major between the both of you that was just, you couldn't work it out, all right? This can also suggest, with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, for certain Geminis, a situation where you felt that there were certain problems or issues that kept on going on, and maybe you tried to resolve them or work it out with this person, but for whatever reason, you couldn't make progress doing that. All right? At some point, you know, pressure cooker is going to pop. So, but this person seems to be aware that you're somebody who didn't work out with, wasn't the best, but I'm still not really sure why they would be bothering to want to come back. What is this person hiding? This person was spying on for Gemini. What are they hiding from Gemini? It tells us the Ten of Wands. Why do we care about the Ten of Wands? What can we know about that? Also have this Four of Wands. Take that. Or Four of Cups. So what is this, okay, what is this person's interest in Gemini with this Ten of Wands and Four of Cups and what they're hiding? What's their interest towards Gemini? We also have the Ten of Wands there. It says Seven of Cups. An option. So I guess the main question I need to ask here is, what could they possibly want from Gemini? It says Eight of Pentacles, and what else? It says King of Pentacles. I don't know if I'm going to take that or not. But why would they want to work on things if they don't care at the same time? Gemini, it's still going to be a no for me. Whoever this person is, I don't really understand. Okay, let me try and organize this a little bit here. This is a person, essentially, from what the read is telling me, all right, that has interest to clarify or assess something around those Four of Wands, all right? Again, I can talk about relationships, you and them, something functional, stability. I can also talk about progress, just progress, all right? Clarity, right? As I already pointed out earlier, their thought process is slightly skewed negative, all right? This is a person, in my opinion, that comes, as I told you, doesn't come with the best attitude to a job, or is not very enthusiastic to be there. All right. Part of the reason in this here is it's almost implying that I would assume that this person is thinking this because of stuff that happened in the past. And so they're kind of basing how they're thinking from what they've witnessed in the past, how it went. So it's like their confidence is low. All right. Irregardless of that, this person still wants to apparently come towards you. And it does say that also here. All right. They view you as an opportunity of some sort. This person seems to be aware that you were a person that there was a significant shakeup or some problem with, all right? So this is not like this person, it's implying like this person's not oblivious to that. Alright? When we go to what they're hiding, it is showing that this person is struggling and disappointed. Alright? This is a card of the should've, the could've, the would'ves. Rambling Mike sometimes says that on this channel. Alright? Because it's true. It is a person that is sometimes in wishful thinking, doesn't know what they want, sometimes making regrets. Well, maybe I should have done that. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that bad. I don't know. The Ten of Wands here can also imply that this person's either struggling financially or they're just struggling in their dating life. Who knows what that's really talking about, but it can talk about burdens. So it's basically summarizing that this person, whatever is going on at their present time, something's not going well for them. All right. The Four of Cups here, as I said, is the card of wishful thinking in some ways, and it's going to Seven of Cups, and it's showing possibilities, options, fantasies. All right. So this person may have had some distance from you, and now they're kind of thinking of you as an option again. This is what this really looks like. This is kind of somewhat positive because it can imply somebody that wants to work on things with you. Alright, there is that energy here, I'm not going to deny it, that it's a person that does kind of want to work on things or improve it, but again, this still nonetheless kind of seems like somebody that's viewing you as a backup option or something, or something that's familiar that they could go back to potentially. Alright, that's what I'm getting here. In my opinion, if this person ever did come around, you'd probably know who they are, just because it is someone, it would have to have been something significant between you and them. Alright. Towers are generally quite significant to cause a shakeup between two people. It can lead to divorces, breakups, separations, so it's oftentimes accompanied by some sort of drama. So I would guess it's not your Tinder date, it's somebody that, you've had significant history with here. Alright, but again, I don't think that with the attitude is a lot to be desired here, because one would assume that they're, I don't know, I don't get the vibe that this person's really gonna put the best effort for him, This is like somebody like once the novelty wears off, they're kind of like back to old ways. Like, oh, we're back to the job again. I'd rather just get someone new. But anyways, thanks for watching, gentlemen. That's enough for you. Alright. Cancer. Tell me about the person our Cancers want to spy on. Who is this person and what can we know? This ex-partner that Cancer wants to spy on. So far, nothing? Alright. So it says Five of Wands. So this is one of two things here, Cancer. It is suggesting a partner that you frequently have to, or you frequently feel that you have to compete for, or get their attention, or they're always off to the races and you're wondering if they're with somebody else. That's a possibility. Or it is a person that you consistently find yourself having some sort of drama, fighting, arguments, or just anything to do with drama, right, with this person. Friction. Tell us about this person that Cancer wants to spy on that shows the Five of Wands energy. What are they thinking about towards Cancer? It says Four of Swords reversed. Got Libra energy there. And what else? Okay, so it shows the Seven of Pentacles here. Why the Seven of Pentacles in your thoughts? This seems immediately somebody that's suggesting some sort of reconciliation, Cancer. Right. What is the positive from what they're thinking about here? It's this. Alright, this does suggest somebody that wants to make better decisions. Alright. This does also tell us some sort of recovery period or timeout. Alright. So my assumption is it would have been some sort of drama, a separation. You go your way, I'll go my way. Alright. A timeout period. This is an exiting of a timeout period. This person would be, that would pretty much be saying that this person wants to exit that timeout period. Alright. I'm assuming to reapproach you or see if you're interested still. Alright. The Ten of Pentacles is positive. This can, for those Cancers that you might, you spent a lot of time, maybe you saw this person as potentially a romantic partner, like for a marriage or something. Or how to make a long-term relationship or a marriage functional. This person may have that on their mind. It doesn't mean to say that they're going to do it, but I think there's a lot of people that go into connections that have marriage in their brain, but again, it doesn't mean to say that they talk about it to the person or they bring it up. It's just something that they think about. Is this person my forever? We have this Queen here. It's your card. So I'm assuming they do have some sort of love for you or emotions. How does this person see Cancer? Okay, it says the Page of Swords reversed. This person may think that you're a bit nosy, Cancer, or you do keep tabs on them. Alright. If it's not that, it can also just imply that your communication may be a little bit hit or miss with them, alright? Why do they see Cancer as Page of Swords reversed? Any clues? It says Ace of Wands reversed. That's even more negative because it can imply for some Cancers that you've kind of just had no interest to restart things with this person. And for others of you, could have even kind of given this person the cold shoulder, kind of letting them know that now's not a good time or I'm not really interested right now. Right? So this could be a person you've kind of pushed away, giving them the old Cancer cold treatment. Once you go through that Cancer's cold treatment, you'll never be the same after that. How does this person, or what is this person hiding from Cancer? The person we're spying on for Cancer, what are they hiding? It says the King of Pentacles reversed. That is quite negative because it's implying that this is a person that probably still has, man, where would I even start here? Now, let's clarify it first. Tell us about the King of Pentacles reversed. So, I'm not going to take this. I'll put it up here because like 3 cards came out. 2 of them were not flipped over, so I don't know which one it was. We'll get one more card for good measure. Clarify the King of Pentacles reversed. Why are they hiding that? I have Moon here. Let's use a Darkwood tarot. Why is this person that we're spying on for Cancer, why are they hiding the King of Pentacles reversed? It says 4 of Swords again reversed. That must have been your last relationship, huh? Looks pretty healthy. She's sleeping with the dagger. He's going, I mean, he's going for the chest there. I don't know what he's doing. Let's have a nice look at his hand there. I mean, anyone with half a brain kind of knows where those hands are going. She's passed out. I don't know what kind of situation that must be, but for some of you Cancers, that must have been like, oh, yep, that was home. That's how it was. Swords hanging from the roof. Normal, healthy, functional. Yeah. So, I don't know, Cancer, this can talk about a variety of things here. The King of Pentacles, when it's reversed, is a negative in a tarot because it implies... I think they're trying to silence me like this person was. The King of Pentacles, when it's reversed, can talk about a person that unfortunately would not fit the profile of this. It's supposed to be a king that is responsible when it comes to financial matters, work and home life balance. That's the key word, because it can also talk about extremes where somebody just puts all their time into their career and just really doesn't care what's going on with their relationships. In other words, you're not a priority. It is also somebody that has difficulty controlling or regulating their financial, life, implying that they can fall into debt very quickly or come into hard times or situations and need somebody to bail them out. It can also suggest somebody that's disloyal, oftentimes tells a fib or two, or about 100. And it's somebody that's just not very stable because of the fact that while the king, when it's upright, is implying somebody that's great for long-term stuff, this wouldn't be that. It would be somebody that would probably get impatient and leave. So if you know this person to be somebody that 1 minute you get a nice little period of stability, and then for whatever reason it just gets thrown up in the air and now we're back to this, then that's what it's saying they're hiding. That while this seems really good, it's saying behind closed doors, they're not recovered. They're not over something. And this is more concerning because this would be suggesting somebody that's over something. It's implying they're hiding that. And it's going to the King of Pentacles reverse, suggesting there's still some sort of instability or problems or issues, right? This can be approaching you with an apology of some sort. It may kind of imply this person's not being that sincere if they did that, all right? This is really one of those things of, will it happen or not? I don't know. But if this person did approach you, kind of just resonated and you knew who they probably were, it's overall suggesting they're probably not very sincere, right? Whatever issues they had are still there, right? And the King of Pentacles when it's reversed is not, it's just not compatible for functional, stable relationships. Almost always have problems. Can be critical or harsh. 1 minute they're nice and then they're suddenly, just having a problem with something. You're not doing something right. And I just find it odd, and why I'm pointing that out or emphasizing it so much is because what this person's thinking about seems to be very positive, but it's actually implying that even if they are thinking that, they're not really like that. So that's really the expression, this person doesn't practice what they preach. What is something Cancer needs to know about this person we're spying on? Something we can know, a mystery about this person, or something unknown, something we should know, anything. So it says the Seven of Cups. This person seems to be confused, potentially about their want, or, again, I don't want to go into all the possibilities. We'll just leave it at confusion, or could be potentially a bit lost here because that's kind of what their energy does suggest. Alright, it is Scorpio energy, and we just had it was a new moon, I think, in Scorpio, so that might have something to do with it. Alright. If this person did come around, how would Cancer feel towards this person? This won't apply to all of you, I just want to ask. This is suggesting that some of you would still be interested, irregardless of whatever you're going to leave in the comments. It implies that this person may still be someone, if they approached you in the right way, in the right manner, you might be interested in. The King of Wands or the Queen of Wands are problem cards sometimes in the tarot because they imply that they meet qualities that oftentimes people can't say no to. All right? It could be the way that they dress, the way that they talk, the way that they do you in the bed. I don't know. There's a laundry list of things that could qualify in someone's mind as what is attractive, right? But this card does imply that there's features about whoever this is that you like or are fond to. So you're susceptible to them, all right? But I do understand, folks. I get that some of you are going to tell me that you've got a 30-foot steel fence around your property and you never would. Okay? But yeah, even if that's true, there are still some of you that are going to be interested. All right, so how would Cancer see this person if they came around to Cancer, this ex? It's the Star. Well, that's even more concerning. Why would Cancer see this person as the Star? This is talking about someone that's healed, and that's exactly what they're thinking about, which is probably what they would tell you. What would Cancer not know in the moment? The Knight of Cups reversed. It's just a no for me, Cancer. You do what you want. All right. This person has a lot like red flags over them. Whatever their issue truly is, I don't know. But my overall opinion is talking about someone that is a desirable person that probably isn't reliable. All right. You fill in the blank in what you think that is. All right. Why would they be coming potentially around to you? You're familiar. Assuming this person has some sort of interest. If guys have been going at it. All right, it just gives us a vague idea that there's some sort of, I don't know, fantasy, window shopping. I don't know what they want. All right. Give me one more card on the Seven of Cups. Why is this person we're spying on Cancer? Why does it show them in Seven of Cups energy? What is that about? So it says the Ten of Wands. Tell us more. Yeah. I'm not going to change my opinion. This is, whoever this person is somebody that's probably a magnet to conflict, somebody that finds himself in the conflict. Both of those suggest it's a person that's going through some sort of struggles or problems, or a period of time when it's not going in their favor. Their energy already suggests that things probably won't go in their favor. Anyways, I'm done with this reading. Good luck to you, Cancer. Alright. This could be really a situation where it's just dealing with somebody that you know is not good for you, but you want to deal with that. Maybe you like a little bit of drama in your life, Cancer. A little pizzazz. Jazz things up a little bit. This is, and also with this person being in Wands energy is pretty much a Cancer kryptonite, because fire heats up water, which is in the tarot very attractive to water signs. So perhaps whoever this person is, rubs you the right way. But be the judge of that, Cancer. It's just a tarot reading. Good luck to you. Thanks for watching me. Leave a like if you got something out of that. Leo, how are all my discount and bargain tigers doing this month? All right. I suppose for my regular plain Lions, I hope all of you are doing great. Some of you don't like your bargains, and I understand that. You just want to pay full price. Yeah, full price lion, and that's fine with me. All right. All right. Tell me about a person we're spying on for Leo. Who is this person? What can we know about this person? This ex-partner. So it says the death. All right. For some of you are still trying to remember where you buried this person. All right. Maybe concerned someone's gonna find their grave. I'm just kidding. This is talking about a situation that's closed out. Leo. It does also suggest with death the potential for rebirth throughout the rubble, implying that while it looks like everything's lost, it may not be. So it's talking about but overall it's talking about someone that's closed out with. In other words, you bolted that closet shut. You really didn't want any skeletons getting out of that closet. Like, if anybody was to see what kind of shit was in that closet. Tell us about this person that we're spying on for Leo that's being described as death. What are they thinking about? So it says the Page of Swords, reversed. What else are they thinking about? It says the Fool, reversed. Why are they thinking about the Page of Swords reversed towards Leo? Oh, my deck's all messed up here. The person that was spying on for Leo, why are they thinking about the Page of Swords reversed? What can we know about that? So that's the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Why is this person, why are they worried about that? Okay, it's something to do with you. We have the Queen of Pentacles there. Let me just show you that again. It was a little fast there. What is concerning this person in their thoughts? The person we're spying on for Leo. And it says Temperance reversed. So what this person's thinking about Leo is not per se positive here. It's talking about somebody, and this energy is I've seen it. I don't know, at this point I think 1 or 2 signs already. It's suggesting somebody that's not very optimistic, and they're reflecting on what was not working between the both of you. All right. The issue is that the Page of Swords being reversed does tell us somewhat irrational or negative thinking, or thinking that can sometimes be very biased. All right. In other words, it's not very logical. All right. The Seven of Pentacles reverse is again talking about directly either this person's focusing on losses, what didn't work, what they didn't get, or somebody that felt that they put in work and they got nothing out of it. Leo screwed me. All right. The Fool reversed here also supports it because it talks about somebody unwilling to take a chance, or basically saying maybe I should, and maybe I don't want to dick around with that again. All right. So, what is the flip side to this? You know, the opposite side of the polarity is suggesting that they see functional qualities about you where you clearly fulfill some sort of role and have the potential for certain qualities that are probably favorable to this person. But again, the key word here is there's a bias where this person's leaning towards I would assume the more the negatives than they are the positive here. All right. Their chief concern is disharmony, something not working between the both of you, or something it could be one thing or multiple things that this person sees as you and them can't get along with that. I always use this example because it's the most basic way to understand it. It is the simple thing when you get a Democrat and Republican together. Well, they're never going to agree with each other. All right, so even though it's one thing, maybe they get along on everything else, but just that one thing can't get along, right? So that could be an example where it doesn't work. Right? So this person, it doesn't have to, again, be political here. It could be anything. But you get the idea. How does this person responding to Leo see Leo? It says the Queen of Cups reversed. So this person feels that your heart is shut for business. Not to everybody else, just to them. All right. So this person feels that you're not that loving peach you once were. Why does this person think Leo doesn't care about them or love them? What's the reason? Person we're spying on for Leo, why do they think Leo is Queen of Cups reversed towards them? King of Cups reversed here too. It says because of the 5 wands. So I got this for Cancer's reading as well on who this person might be. For all we know, it could be the same person here. I don't know. It is implying this person kind of feels that, as I said, you don't really care anymore, and part of the reason it's suggesting either because of frequent tension, fighting, or drama between the both of you. Translation, you started to lose interest. So this is a Cancer that's, or not a Cancer, a Leo that's most likely like, I'm just sick of this. I'm sick of the games. Sick of arguing about this. So for this particular reading, it is implying a Leo that probably has some level of friction, or more so than most relationships would. What is this person hiding from Leo? It says the strength. So this person is trying to hold back from you or be resistant to you. Why would they do that? Part to teach you a lesson. And again, implies they're trying to match you. Tit for tat. You want to be a bitch? Well, I can do that too. What have we learned from this reading so far, Leo? This is a person, if I had to take a gander, alright, despite how negative this reading is, this is a person that still actually has interest in you, alright? And we know that because of this card here, alright? This person may see certain things, as I pointed out earlier, that you are alerting to them, but they're not really sure. I'm thinking either they're just being favorable to themselves or they're biased towards the situation. I'm not sure, but I'll place money that this person probably points a lot of the issues to things you are doing, all right? In other words, what's frustrating them is that this would work, but really and truly the problems lie with Leo, and because Leo is such a monstrous bitch, I mean, what am I gonna do? What can I do? I can't do nothing. Leo's treating me awful. So their solution may be to mirror your behavior. In other words, well, you want to act a certain way? Well, I can do that too. All right? The only reason why I'm giving you that explanation is because it's already implying that there's some sort of game playing or drama that goes on between the both of you, wherever this person is. All right? So if you've had a person, whoever you're thinking about, if you had a very relatively peaceful breakup and you didn't have much issues, then they're not showing up here. All right? This is definitely describing a person you had friction with or tries to compete against you or match you. All right? Like, If you want to come yell at them about some problem or issue, they're going to yell right back at you and let you know their side of the story. That, in fact, the only reason I do what the thing you're complaining about, the only reason why I do that is because of what you do. So we're going to spin that game right right back into your face. All right? And then you try to spin it right back to them, and then it's just it's a nonsensical situation. It doesn't result in anything. All right? What should Leo know about this person that we're spying on for Leo? All right? So again, my overall opinion on this reading is that despite whatever this drama is, this person still has interest in you. All right? So, what should we know about this person we're spying on for Leo? So it says the star reversed. I got that earlier for another side as well. Why does it say the star reversed? It says the hangman. So it's saying with this person, whoever they are, seems to be in a state where they're not really recovering or healing or getting over something, which in this case would be you. Right? It actually goes with the hangman that this person is stuck and in a state where they're trying to understand or look at things differently. All right. My final opinion about this, Leo, is I don't really anticipate that this person would really do much here. All right. I could be wrong about that, but their energy kind of still shows that they're, as I said, interested in you, but there's like hesitant energy to approach you. All right. If for some of you are dealing with this person, then it's also kind of implying that this person, and this would only apply if you keep getting into some sort of friction with this person, that if that is true, then this person is unsure pretty much how to deal with you or what to do about the situation. All right? It would show in that case that they're trying to understand it and maybe understand what you're saying or how you're seeing things. All right? But it would be coming from a logical standpoint or trying to kind of solve this riddle type thing. All right, but it also shows, again, defensive energy towards you. What would be the advice in this situation for Leo? It's one card. Just says the High Priestess, follow your intuition. All right. Most likely suggesting that some of you already know what you need to do. All right. That's what I got for you, Leo. Leave me a like if you got something out of that. Friction Tiger. Yeah. Where are my friction tigers at? My sass tiger. The I can't help myself when I get mad tiger. I'm always amazed at how many people are like, that's me. All right. Virgo. Hope all of my Virgos are doing great. Alright, tell me about the person we want to spy on for Virgo. What can we know about this person? Who is this person and what can we know? So it says the Five of Cups. This could be somebody that is missing you, Virgo, or having some second thoughts, all right, about you. Why would they be in the Five of Cups energy? This person is spying on Virgo. It says King of Swords. That doesn't explain it, but it does show an air sign here. Clarify the King of Swords. So it says Eight of Cups reversed, walking away. Bummer. Well, it's actually not walking away from you, it's coming back. So this is implying that this, I'm assuming it could be a strong air sign or somebody with, I mean, that's the clue it's giving us, so we'll just ride with it. But this king here is somebody that now has their heart kind of closed off, right? In the tarot, this card is air on air, so it kind of suggests that this is actually one of the least emotional cards, implying that this person could be somebody that is known to be blunt or hard, or has a hard time expressing their emotions. Basically, like when you're with them, you sometimes have to use an industrial can opener to try and get any type of resemblance of emotion out of them, right? But it would imply behind closed doors that this stone wall is a little mopey Sue. Right? The air energy does talk a lot about logic, one's mind, and thinking. It's clarifying with this Eight of Cups reversed, and that is somebody that left the situation but potentially is considering coming back to it. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. This person could also be I don't know, anything to do with overthinking, logical, analytical. All right. Tell me about this person that's disappointed around something with Virgo. This person we're spying on for Virgo. What are they thinking about towards Virgo? Looks like they're Virgos just no longer interested in them. What else are they thinking about? Not the High Priestess. I'm going to put that back. Give me one more card on what this person's thinking about towards Virgo. Probably actually should have taken that, but whatever. It's too late now. We have the Eight of Wands. Clarify the Queen of Wands reversed. Why is this person we're spying on for Virgo thinking about the Queen of Wands? What is of interest to this person? The Knight of Swords. If you are a Virgo that has made efforts to reach out to this person in the past, or you have taken it upon yourself to try and pursue this person at some point, or I don't know, you know, it's going to look different for everybody, but this person is wondering or thinking about whether you're going to take any action to reach out or talk to them or do anything, right? But it's implying that they're not really confident that you're going to do that, all right? So this is really saying that they're hoping you will. Like basically saying that they just want you to do it, all right? My assumption on why a lot of people say, well, what are they, being lazy? Most times when somebody's wanting that, it's because they may get the sense that you're not interested in hearing from them. And so they figure that if you were to reach out to them, then it's kind of showing that you're interested in them, which gives them the green light. But if you're not reaching out to them, then it kind of suggests you don't have any interest. So they're kind of viewing it like, well, one of two things is going to happen. Virgo's not going to reach out. Or if they do, then I know they're interested. All right? It also shows the Eight of Wands, that this person does seem to have interest in, this would imply communication or kickstarting something quick. All right? Eight of Wands is fast energy, and it can literally talk about situations that were stuck, restarting instantly. So, but again, still kind of vague, but that's loosely what it's potentially suggesting there. How does this person see Virgo? Person we're spying on for Virgo, how do they see Virgo? We get the Page of Swords here. I'm going to get another card because I'm sick of seeing this little brat card. It's come out for a lot of signs. How does this person see Virgo? It says the Six of Pentacles. So this person does kind of see you in a positive light, all right? If we combine the Page of Swords and Six of Pentacles, it does kind of suggest you are a person that they may feel is talkative, curious, or you're somebody that gives a lot, or you're generous, all right? Or you can be kind, all right? This person probably already knows that in the past times you were somebody that may have been quite generous to them or giving. It doesn't have to be money-wise. It can be emotions, your time, energy, all right? Translation, they got stuff from you, all right? The Page of Swords can also be describing someone that is a bit nosy, curious. So this person may feel in some ways that you are somebody that does spend a lot of time on social media, all right? Social media is like one of those things where some people do it, some people don't. Or some people do it a lot and other people don't. All right. What would this person be hiding from Virgo? Oh my God, I'm not doing this card. I've got it's came out so many times. The Star. I think it's been in almost every read. What is this person hiding from Virgo? We have Wheel of Fortune. That's good. Person we're spying on for Virgo. Why are they hiding the Wheel of Fortune? So we have the Four of Swords here, and I guess we will take the Star. This is a person that is really hoping for a Hail Mary here, in that things will improve between the both of you, all right? The Star does tell us, I've said this in other readings, that it is a card that can talk about A, communication, and B, healing or things improving, all right? It can also talk to some extent about manifestations coming true, good luck, all right? It's very synergistic with the wheel energy because that's also implying things going your way. And the Four of Swords is a recovery or exiting out of some, again, timeout period, especially if there was a breakup or a separation. This person seems to be quite optimistic and kind of hoping for something to change between the both of you. All right. The biggest problem with this person, Virgo, is that this kind of seems to continually suggest a person that is placing a lot of the masculinity stuff on you when it should really be them doing these things, right? If this is a male, okay, well, let me rephrase this. If this is a male that you're dealing with, this person's shafting a lot of things they should be doing onto you. And that's what's odd about this reading. Because if, with masculine energy, they'll go for something they want. They're not going to wait around for the female to come to them. So I don't know why this person's flip-flopping it like this, but maybe this person has confidence issues, or they're just not sure about you anymore. I think there's also a potential that this person's worried about getting rejected. I don't think that's a major contributing factor, but there is some sort of suggestion with that Queen there being reversed as well. Alright. We have the Seven of Pentacles. I'm not going to take that. Alright, tell us one thing about this person. This person we're spying on for Virgo. What is something we should know about this individual? This is just random. We also have 5 of Pentacles reversed. This person has such strong energy to want to reconcile. Something we should know about this person. One more card. We have the 9 of Cups here too. I don't really know what else to say, Virgo. This is straight to the point kind of reading. It repetitively suggests an individual from your past, an ex-partner, that appears to want, it is either waiting on you to hopefully do something. I already explained that. All right. A lot of this waiting is based off of potentially just a wish and a hope and a prayer that maybe something will change between the both of you. It's still, in my opinion, not tremendously clear why this person has interest in you still. It does show them disappointed. All right. The 5 of Pentacles reversed is suggesting somebody that wants to come out of the cold. Again, the 9 of Cups is someone that is at least positive. This does suggest somebody that is passionate or interested or wants to have fun or something to be successful. All right. It can go as far as a wish coming true, but I don't think that really applies here. All right. But yeah. This person may, if I had to take a guess though, one of the selling points on why this person may be interested in you is the 6 of Pentacles, because this is, again, the 6 of Pentacles, while it is more a financial card, can talk about somebody that gives people attention. They like getting attention, or they know that you'll give them the right kind of attention, all right? If you know what I mean, right? So there could be alternative reasons, like maybe this person feels that it's just better when you're around than not having you around. So, I don't know. That's what I got for you. Take it or leave it. Kind of a wonky reading a little bit, but whatever. Thanks for watching. Leave me a like if you got something out of that. Virgo, not Virgo. We're going Libra. Libra. All right. How are all my Libras doing? All right. Tell me about the person our Libras want to spy on. Who's this person and what can we know? Use the banana tarot for your reading. So it says the Star reversed. This could be a person you're having a hard time moving on from, or it's vice versa. This is a person that is having a hard time moving on from you. All right. It could also suggest that there's communication is blocked between you and this person, or there's very little of it. Some of you may even feel like an absence without this person being around, but that's only going to be for some of you, right? For others of you, it's probably hitting the lottery when they left. Just kidding. All right. Tell us about this person that we're spying on for Libra that's been described as the star reversed. What is this person thinking about towards Libra? Says the Page of Wands reversed, so there's no start, no communication. What else? So it shows the Four of Cups here. This shows so far, Libra, somebody that is disappointed again, or kind of daydreaming a bit here. It is an energy of apathy, or rather than doing anything about it or really taking action, it is just kind of daydreaming or reflecting, right? This is more like, in my opinion, a limbo kind of energy, where it's not per se getting worse, but it's not getting better either. It's just stuck. It's just where it is, you know. The Four of Cups can also suggest some sort of regret, but it's hard to gauge sometimes with this card, because this particular version does kind of suggest somebody that is also reflecting on the better times. So it does kind of suggest that maybe this person is focusing a lot or wishing for the better times that you guys shared. All right. In other versions of this card, it can talk about somebody ignoring that, but in this case, it's saying they're focusing on it. All right, but the page here could also tell us that this person kind of has been thinking about, you know, wondering if things will ever start. All right, but they may feel that there was opportunities, but they didn't go anywhere, or it never started, or they couldn't get it started, or it just was not the best time. I'm not really sure. All right. But it most would probably suggest something that was attempted but failed. In other words, maybe they reconnected with you and it didn't go anywhere. Right? How does this person see Libra? This person we're spying on for Libra. How do they see Libra? Excuse me. So it says the Two of Wands here. We have Aries energy. So this person just sees you at a crossroads, or they're unsure about what you're actually doing. All right. I theorize that when somebody is in this energy, it's because they may not actually have any idea what you're truly doing, but they're speculating in their mind what you potentially are doing, and that is either one, you're coming back, or B, you're not coming back. All right. This person could also be in a bit of a waiting energy. It's hard to say, but they may just be in a waiting energy, and may start contemplating that perhaps you may not be coming back. It's going in a different direction. Tell us about this person we're spying on for Libra. What is this person hiding from Libra? Oh, screw this deck. This deck, I love this deck, but it's too slippery. They put like some type of screen or something on the cards, and it just blows up. Let's go back to Banana Tarot. Person that we're spying on for... Oh, we did have this relationship card there. Person that we're spying on for Libra. What are they hiding? What are they hiding? So it says justice. Tell us more about that. Clarify the justice. Why is this person hiding the justice from Libra? Well, I have a magician. If this is true, then why is this person not taking action towards Libra? What is the reason? We have Page of Swords. Anything but the Page of Swords reversed, please. Okay, thank you. It says the Queen of Swords reversed. All right. This reading overall is pretty, in my opinion, straightforward. It is talking about a person here, Libra, that in some ways it's implying they haven't really moved past you, all right? I want to just stress this, though, that just because that is implying that does not mean that their whole life revolves around you, because in the tarot, it really doesn't, all right? Most times it's just, when we're asking these questions, it's implying a very small slither of what this person's existence is. And so this person probably is functioning just fine without you, but it is implying nonetheless that, with the Star reversed, that when it comes to you, they haven't really quite healed or moved past you, all right? Now, this person, when they focus on you, is probably reminiscing about better times, as I pointed out. But I think a lot of people do nostalgia, so this is really not something that's surprising, all right? So this person is just kind of looking more with rose-colored glasses on when it was good, not so much focusing on the bad, right? But they do recognize, irregardless, that they don't see it starting, and there's really no initiation, all right, that's occurring, all right? The Page of Wands also is reversed. It's a great card of messaging. So the fact that it's reversed is telling us that either they're not intending to message you or they're wondering about you not messaging them, all right? But whichever way we spin it, there's nothing going on, all right? They see you at a crossroads. So again, I gave my thoughts on that, how they probably view that, but that can likely suggest a potential where perhaps they're just seeing that you're going down a different path, right? In what this person's hiding, it shows Justice and the Magician. It is strongly suggesting that the Justice is working something out, making something right, bringing balance, restoring harmony, bringing a situation that was previously in disarray or problematic, bringing it back into order. All right, and the Magician is the means to start something, making it functional. All right, I think this person in some ways wants to have that opportunity to probably redo that with you, but their confidence level is quite low. It also kind of implies that they see you as somebody that's either ignoring them or not interested in talking to them, or you've just lost interest or something like that. But the Queen of Swords in reversed, I don't really want to speak too much on the page here, but they both can be cards of just ignoring or just showing a lack of interest to communicate. So another thing that can also be suggested with this is that they may potentially also see that your communication is very difficult. Like sometimes that it can be hard to communicate with you or be on the same page as you, right? Some of you may just view it that, well, fuck them, it's their problem. But whichever you spin it, wouldn't really solve the issue with, okay? It's just how they're seeing it. So, what is the mystery about this person? And we're done with this reading. Card comes out. It shows this person in a defeated energy. Why is this? If this person is so defeated, oh my god, my nose is itching like crazy. If this person's so defeated towards Libra, then why is it showing Justice and Magician? Again, it just keeps implying that they're kind of hoping something will be successful. All right. Well, I mean, what would change this person's stance? Is saying success. All right. I don't really have much more to tell you here, Libra. You've just got a person that, again, this is, I'm thinking there's a degree of wishful thinking here with what it's showing and what they're hiding and what I've just kind of discovered here. How that's going to get resolved, I don't know. And it may be a situation where it's kind of more dependent on whether you're going to do something or not. All right. Anyways, that's what I got for you. Good luck to you. I don't. If you don't do anything, I don't see this person really doing much. All right. Oh my god, my nose is killing me. What the fuck? Scorpio. Alright. As I kind of said in the beginning of the video, I briefly looked. And it looked like there was a new moon in Scorpio recently. So, who knows what kind of shenanigans we're going to get from your sign. Alright, tell us about the person we're spying on for Scorpio. What can we know about this person? There's too many cards, otherwise I would take it. I was going to show them, we'll see if they pop up later. We have the Queen here, Knight, and the Ten of Swords reversed. We're going to put those back. I swear, every time I do readings, my nose just, it goes crazy. It's like insatiable itch. Tell us about the person we're spying on for Scorpio. Who is this person and what can we know? One card. Okay, so it says the Two of Pentacles. Alright. Why does it suggest the Two of Pentacles and who this person may be? Doesn't really give us much to go off of here. It's pointing to double pentacle energy, and it's showing some sort of stable energy, somebody that's single, right, doing well, doing okay. That's all it's really saying. Tell us about this ex-partner for Scorpio that seems to be doing okay. What are they thinking about towards Scorpio? Seven of Swords. What else are they thinking about? We have 9 swords here. I'm going to take it though. I wanted to. Alright, this deck is not cooperating. Person that we are spying on for Scorpio. What is this person thinking about? Give me one more card. Boy, I'm having a hard time getting anything. Let's try the Everyday Witch. I'll just take these, fuck it. So we got 6 of Wands and we have the 5 of Pentacles. Why does it show polar opposites? Because it says justice reversed, things are unbalanced. That's odd. Why is this, what's bothering this person in relation to Scorpio? Person we're spying on for Scorpio, what is bothering them? So it's talking about a map there and this person initiating something. Why is 7 of Swords here in relation to Scorpio and their thoughts? 7 of Cups, strategizing. Quite an interesting little read here, Scorpio. This is directly talking about a person that it would, as I pointed out earlier, is single, ready to mingle, or seems to be doing okay. Whatever stability looks like to them. Alright? One man's clutter is another's organization. Somebody told me that, and I was like, wow, that actually makes sense. Because some people, you know, you can look at a situation, and some see it as like a chaotic mess, and others will come in and be like, they know where everything is, and they feel it's just fine the way it is. Alright? Whatever the case is, this person seems to feel like they're in a good position of some sort. Scorpio. In their thoughts, it's showing some heavy thinking. The 7 of Swords is a card of planning, strategizing, but it's also anything to do with deep reflection or thinking, scheming, all right? And it's going over to the 7 of Cups, which does talk about possibilities, options, all right? Another thing that's interesting about this Sorry about the disruption. All right. Another thing that's interesting about this is it shows the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, which... Sorry, the dog is just barking. Hopefully that's going to stop. So it shows the Six of Wands here. It also shows the Five of Pentacles, which, as I pointed out, directly are opposites of each other. One is being out in the cold, lost. You can kind of see the hardship going on there. And another one is success, things going well. And when I asked about it, it's saying imbalance, justice reversed, all right? It seems to be going to initiating a start. So I think this person is wanting to approach you, but doesn't seem to really know how. The justice reverse, though, in my opinion, is also not too clear here because it's saying that they're seeing some sort of issue when it comes to you. Like, it's like a reflection or a contrast on like when it works and when it doesn't work. So, in plain English, it's like somebody thinking about the cons and the pros. How does this person see Scorpio? Ten of Swords? Wow, it's the first time I've seen that. Why do they see... So, and it also, we split the deck on the 5 here again. So I'm going to take that. So this person may feel that the way you guys ended things or left off or whatever was just probably not the best. Alright? For others of you, it's possible that if this person left you high and dry or kind of gave you not the best exit, alright, they may see you as probably a little irritated or annoyed towards them. The Ten of Swords is sometimes a sense of betrayal or somebody that, you know, you get a, I mean, there's a lot of ways to describe that card, but it's oftentimes you're not going to have the best perception of a person that puts you in that Ten of Swords energy, because again, I can talk about somebody that leaves you for somebody else, betrays you, lies, cheats, alright, or just does you dirty in some ways, alright. Like maybe they were promising you the world, and 1 month later, it's like they just stopped caring. You know, so this person may feel that, you know, you're not in the best energy towards them, right? The Five of Pentacles is again reflecting on out in the cold. So coming back to what this person's thinking is this person seems to be aware of the disconnect between you and them. All right. So for this particular reading, one thing is very evident. It keeps pointing out that whoever this person is somebody that you have a hard time connecting with, or you frequently have periods of timeouts with each other, or for a lot of you, it would just be implying that you're not even talking with this person right now. You're on an extended timeout. It's obviously something with this person's behavior. It's probably an issue that's not synergizing well with you. How does Scorpio see this person that we're spying on for Scorpio? How does Scorpio see this person we're spying on? And it shows we split the deck on the Queen of Cups reversed. So this could imply some of you are kind of cold to this person. How does Scorpio feel towards this ex-partner? One card. Card comes out. It says death reversed. Well, that implies something where you feel like there's unfinished business with this person, or you still kind of, it would, again, whether this is true or not, who knows, you be the judge of that, but it's suggesting for all Scorpios may see this potential person as somebody you have a lot of baggage with. There's a lot of unresolved issues. Death reverse can also tell us a situation where you have gone back to it before and it still didn't work, right? It can also talk about a situation that's been kind of stuck, where it's like it's like you guys kind of break up, but you're not officially broken up, and then you're kind of just on a long timeout, and then you're kind of back together like nothing happened, and then you're broken up again. It can be one of those situations, death reversed. All right, it's like a situation that just doesn't quite close out, and no one really has an answer why it's not closing out. It should either just close or it doesn't, but in this case, it just doesn't. It just kind of goes around in circles. All right. But if that is true, this person, it would kind of suggest an energy is just as confused as you are. Right. So they may have a very different opinion on how they see things overall. What is this person hiding from Scorpio? It says the Five of Pentacles reversed here. This is very interesting because you have the Five of Pentacles in your reading 3 times from 3 different decks. So it is implying that this person wants to reconnect with you. Okay. You also got to remember with the Five of Pentacles, it is improving a relationship as well. It is improving the connection, all right? Because when the card is upright, it's telling us that there's a disconnection. So this person is trying to reconnect. Improve things, not make it worse. For how long though? Who knows? What is one thing we don't know about this person, or something we should know about this person? Give me one card. The person we're spying on for Scorpio. It says the Queen of Swords. Why should we know about the Queen of Swords, about this person? So we have 3 of Wands. Tell us more. What is their interest with that? Says the talk. So this person, whoever they are, Scorpio, overall, for this particular reading, you've got somebody here that appears, as I pointed out, is single. This person seems to be deliberating or debating some type of imbalance. As I said, cons, pros between the both of you. There's heavy thinking and suggesting in their thoughts, strategizing primarily. All right. This card also shows lots of options. So just keep in mind that I don't know if this person's thinking about possibilities with you or you're just treating you as an option. It's hard to say with that. Alright, but I don't think it's for say seeing you as an option. It's trying to figure out certain things. Alright? It does almost imply, as I pointed out, that they see some sort of imbalance between you and them that is a problem or an issue. So, they're not oblivious to it. How they see you, as I already pointed out, they feel like in some ways that you're disconnected, estranged, or, you know, a little bit more wary of them. The highest possibility is relating to that Ten of Swords, suggesting that you may be upset, annoyed, or just irritated about something about them that they've done or they constantly do. All right. This person gets the impression that it's just difficult to make things start with you, or it probably doesn't go to plan when they try to. Right. It also further suggests that you have gone back and forth with this person, as I already pointed out, and possibly have baggage with this person. All right. It does kind of suggest with this, there's some interest with this person to want to communicate with you and clear something out or have transparency. Yeah, the 3 of Wands would be implying moving things forwards or at least making some progress. Right? So, whether that actually will happen or not, I'm not sure. But that's what I got for you, Scorpio. Take it or leave it. Alright? And what this person's hiding overall, this person wants to, as I said, improve things or reconnect with you. Looks like they're looking for that success, I would assume. So most gonna align for somebody that is quite estranged from you, or somebody that you're again putting on a timeout or keeping at arm's length away from you. Sagittarius. Try to clean up from last reading. Alright, let's use this deck. I hope all my Sagittarius are doing great. Alright. We do have this cup here, but I'm not going to take it. Perhaps, hopefully for this reading, we have someone that's actually interested. Tell us about the person and we're spying on for Sagittarius. Who is this person and what can we know? What can I know? What can Sagittarius know? It shows this person in cultist clothing. Could be an old man that's interested in you. Some of you were probably hoping that it was going to be like a very attractive influencer or something that, you know, has perfect genetics, is a 10 out of 10. Not this person. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. In all seriousness, Sagittarius, it is talking about somebody that's in reflection or spending a lot of time alone. Probably thinking about their queen over here. Alright, if you're a male, you can just, again, when I do these readings, you can just flip a lot of the court cards if you are a male. Tell us about this person that is in reflection about Sagittarius. Person we're spying on for Sagittarius. What are they thinking about towards Sagittarius? It says the devil reversed, which is positive. What else? Balance. Whoever this person is somebody that wants to improve something here. Alright? The devil energy tells us that at some point this person's aware of something that was potentially a negative cycle or a habit or behavior or something that was going on that was probably destructive to you and them. Alright? The reversal is telling us the exiting of that. Alright? It can also tell us that this person was oblivious to something before, but now isn't. Alright? The problem with the devil energy is that a lot of people, you know, it's so hard to kind of explain this card in how it's supposed to be explained in the tarot, because a lot of readers have no clue what it really means. But it is implying a person that, you know, even if we say the devil in this case is like, oh, something that they were negatively doing, we can sometimes see that as they were intentionally doing it to you, like being malicious. But oftentimes it can imply that a person may not even be aware of what they're doing to you is bad. Alright? Or sometimes they're doing things which are in response to, you know, how they feel. Like it's a person that was maybe treating someone badly because of a past experience they had in childhood or something like that. I have a friend like that repetitively has anger problems, but when you listen to his history, it's very obvious why he has anger problems. And I know he oftentimes in private will talk about it. You know, he doesn't mean to be like that, and he feels bad about how he does that. But sometimes he just describes it comes out. You know, it's very hard for him to control it. Right? The reason I'm pointing that out here, taking so much time to explain that, is because it's showing a person that is in reflection, meaning that they've probably had a good think about something that may not have been very healthy or very good, and they're wanting to come out of it. Right? Either they want to come out of it or they've seen the illusion. In other words, maybe there was something, how they're acting, but while I'm pointing out and kind of just saying it's all them, it could also imply something that's just in general in the relationship, right? So it could also be something they've seen, like a pattern and a connection that wasn't good for the both of you. All right, but the Two of Pentacles is also something positive. It does talk about stability. So this person is seeking stability. Right? How does this person see Sagittarius currently? This can also appear, this kind of energy, when you have pointed out something to them or something has been a light bulb kind of moment. Alright. Too many cards there. Person that we're spying on Sagittarius, how do they see Sagittarius currently? They see you as Hangman. Why do they see Sagittarius as Hangman? God. So it says the Two of Cups. This reading is very bizarre, Sagittarius, because from their perspective, they kind of view that you yourself are having a reflection of, like, kind of a thought or a good think about this connection with them. All right. The Hangman oftentimes will directly talk about a person that is trying to see things in a different perspective, right? Why this person sees you doing that? Because the reality is, how could somebody really know that you're doing that unless you've told them? So I don't know if they're just guessing, but they're kind of speculating that you yourself are reflecting about them and you, right? Being in a connection. And I don't know if it's more that you're just trying to figure out whether you would want to even go with them again, right? But that's how they see you. So take it or leave it. What is this person hiding from Sagittarius? Person that we're spying on for Sagittarius. I'm not going to take these because there's 3 cards here. 1 card and what this person's hiding from Sagittarius. Again, too many cards. Maybe that's a sign to use a different deck. Person that we're spying on for Sagittarius. Give me 1 card and what they're hiding. Okay, 1 card comes out. Oh, wow, look at that. We got the Queen of Pentacles. I have no question in my mind for this particular reading. Whoever this person is has strong interest in you. Alright? This reading is kind of unique because what it's implying is somebody that's seeking stability. Alright? And this reading doesn't really emphasize anything about strong, like, it's not showing like kind of like the, like, just a short-term thing. Like, there's certain energies in the tarot will kind of imply if someone's looking for something that's probably just a short-term fling or something that's just exciting, fun in the moment, and then you got to kind of guess where it might go. This person's, like, their energy is definitely suggesting mature energy or somebody that's most likely has long-term visions on their brain. So I would imagine this is a person that wants, there's some part of them that wants to settle down, and they may see you as that possibility, right? But one thing that's important to remember here, and I want to emphasize this again, is that I already know that there's going to be certain Sagittarius that will probably just write that off, but you can't discount what this said here, because it's implying that whatever toxic behavior there was, they're reflecting on and exiting all of that. In other words, as I said, they've seen some sort of illusion going on. Alright? But just because they have doesn't mean to say that you have seen the problem. So just keep that in mind. Another card comes out. We have this King of Cups here. This person may be, I always love saying this with this card, loving you from afar. What's one thing we don't know about this person, or something we should know about this person we're spying on for Sagittarius? Wow, split the deck on this. This person's got love in the brain. I'm just gonna fuck it. I'm going to end that reading with a positive note there, Sagittarius. You've got a person here that clearly is still desiring you. All right, there's too much energy here suggesting somebody that is still attracted to the idea of a long-term kind of gig. All right. I'm not saying this person's diamonds and pearls, and it won't apply to all of you, but it is definitely someone that I guess is reflecting on you, or reflecting on you. The only question is whether they're going to approach you or not. I don't know. It's only kind of implying that they're watching you from afar. So, good luck to you, Sagittarius. we got next? We got Capricorn. Capricorn. Always love it when I get to your sign because I think of Captain Crunch. I haven't had that cereal God knows how long, but I definitely need to go and buy myself some Captain Crunch. It always reminds me every time I do your sign. That and Capri Sun. Alright. Childhood memories. Alright. I remember in the past, like when I used to have a bad night, it'd be like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning. I'm gonna load up a bowl of Captain Crunch, or it was Cinnamon Toast Crunch, one or the other. And just pour that milk on there. Always put me right back to sleep. Anyways. Tell me about the person our Capricorns want to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know about Capricorn's ex-partner, or whoever this person is that we're spying on? Wow. This is a King of Swords reverse. This could be a person that just has no interest in talking with you or is ignoring you intentionally. Or a person that you know to be kind of difficult at times to communicate with. Okay. The King of Swords, when it's reversed here, can, again, any of the court cards can really talk about a wide range of things, but some of the things it can suggest here is a very stubborn person, a person that can be a bit snappy or irritable, or sometimes their communication can just be weird, strange, or it doesn't make any sense, or sometimes it's all over the place. 1 minute they're saying this, then they're saying another thing, right? It can also be misleading, right? When this card is upright, it's very clear communication. When it's reversed, it's not, right? This person may leave you in the dark. You don't really know what the hell they're talking about, or what they're suggesting. This is a person that could also be somebody that you'll ask a question and they will give you a politician response back. Tell us about this King of Swords reverse, the person we're spying on for Capricorn. What are they thinking about towards Capricorn? It says Queen of Pentacles. Okay, good. And what else? Wow, we've got a king here. This is a person that, I mean, state the obvious, has immediate interest in you still. They must see you as some sort of, I'm guessing in their mind, you hold some sort of positive impression. Right? The King of Cups can also be talking about their feelings, or they're exploring that around you. What is their interest in the Queen of Pentacles? Why would they be thinking about that? It says the Four of Pentacles. This is a card of possession. come back to that. How does this person see Capricorn? Person we're spying on for Capricorn. Oh, come on now. So it says the judgment reversed. Why does it say that? Person we're spying on for Capricorn. Why does it say judgment reversed? How they see Capricorn. So it says we split the deck on Two of Cups. I'm going to take that. It's exactly what I was thinking. This is a person that may view you, Capricorn, as potentially undecided when it comes to them. So as far as they're concerned, they may feel that you don't have a definitive position towards them. So this is kind of like almost implying that it could be a situation where you're saying, for some of you, that you're done, but from their standpoint, they're like, they're not done, right? Or you're cracking the door open a little bit. But even with saying that, there's still a greater, like, position of potentially that there may not be another start between the both of you. So they may also get the sense for, in some ways, that your optimism for a beginning with this person again is low. But again, it still is implying some sort of, there's a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. Alright. If judgment was upright, it would be more telling us that this person would see it that you're very, you have concluded your position. Alright. And I understand that there's going to be people who say, well, I have communicated that. But this person it doesn't matter what you say to this person, they may view it a different way. In other words, that from their standpoint, you're not done. Alright? What is this person hiding from Capricorn? So we'll have this Queen again. Let's split the deck. I'm going to take that. We'll also have those Six of Pentacles. I'm going to take that for the Queen. One card, what this person's hiding from Capricorn. Person that we're spying on for Capricorn. Wow, this reading's pretty good, if you ask me. So, what they're hiding, the Six of Swords, and we also have this Queen and the Six of Pentacles. This is a person that basically wants to reconcile or restore something. Plain and simple. Right? If this person that we're spying on for Capricorn is so interested in a reconciliation or restoring something, then why haven't they done it? So it says Knight of Wands. Tell us about that. Screw this deck. Person that we're spying on for Capricorn. If what they're wanting is to reconcile with Capricorn, why haven't they done it? Tell us more about this Knight of Wands. So, Judgment came out and it flopped over to here, to the Queen. So that's implying, I find this interesting because it comes back to this as well. Well, hang on, let me clarify something here. Why is Judgment a barrier if they see Capricorn as Judgment reversed? Clarify that. Oh my god. says Empress. That doesn't help. What is the issue with Judgment and Knight of Wands? For the person we're spying on for Capricorn, what is the issue with Judgment and Knight of Wands? It's still not saying. Clarify the Judgment and the Knight of Wands. So it says the Two of Wands. That doesn't help me either. What I'm trying to figure out here and why I'm having an issue here is that it's kind of implying almost the opposite of what this is saying here. Oh, I figured it out. So what it's saying here and how they see you is, so the Judgment reverse will be the opposite of a new beginning. So in this case, this is a new beginning, taking action and going forwards towards a relationship, right? So it's implying that because this person sees you as potentially not wanting a new beginning, it's suggesting you wouldn't want the relationship either. So which is why it's saying they're not coming towards you. So my overall thinking in summary here, Capricorn, is that you've got a person that will just come back to this King of Swords here, is either at lightest not talking to you, or again can be not talking with you with a lot of the characteristics I described in the beginning of this read, alright? This person may be a little bit difficult, or somebody that can probably be very analytical and be more one of those people that can, sometimes feel like they know everything, right? I wouldn't be surprised if this person overlooks into things or overanalyzes things, right? Why that's important to know is because sometimes they can make little things into big things, or kind of make problems that aren't really problems a problem, right? What is the positive of this? It does suggest this person has interest in you, all right? It's most implying that you have some type of attributes that this person finds appealing for, but more so for long-term relationships, all right? In the tarot, the Pentacle energy is the most suitable for that. It talks about that while the relationship may, and in some cases, not be the most exciting, and it doesn't always guarantee the most romantic, but it just says that they work well with each other and they can get along, right? And things, oftentimes can at least synergize with each other for long-term ventures. It doesn't mean to say that they don't care. It's just like, it's not, again, it's just a stable relationship, right? So there's attributes that they find they can synergize with you. So that's appealing to them. And also, as I told you, this person's exploring their feelings around you, right? The King of Cups is highly suggestive they still have some sort of romantic interest towards you. As I pointed out earlier, this person's... my final thinking on this is that this person is a bit unclear on whether you want a relationship or not. And there's also that potential, while the door probably is open a little bit, that it's, as I also said, that it's kind of a greater chance it's a no. I don't want a connection. Alright, this person may feel that you just probably don't want to deal with them again. Alright, and what this person's hiding, they want to move things to calmer waters. So this person may recognize that there's been problems or issues, or just, I don't know, some past problems with you where it caused friction between the both of you. I mean, something must have happened if you just were no longer interested. There's got to be some reason why, right? It doesn't really tell us here, though. All right, but whatever the case is, this person does see you as, again, as I pointed out, somebody that has good qualities and also can be generous and caring when you want to be, I suppose, at least in this person's eyes. All right, but when I asked, as I said, in why this person's not taking action towards you, it kind of stems back to this, which is implying that there seems to be, from this person's standpoint, confusion about where you truly stand. So it's like, well, I don't really know if Capricorn even wants to repeat this, you know? But I think if the answer was a bit more definitive and it was more clear, this person may have some interest, all right? There's tremendous synergy with this person that seems to show you in some type of nurturing kind of energy. I'm not going to say that will apply to every Capricorn, but it is for sure just some sort of Capricorn that would obviously get this reading, right? That's what I got for you. Take it or leave it. In my opinion, even though it's not really suggesting it here, I still think this person will come around if they haven't already. Or will, you know, eventually want to, you know, shoot their shot because they have strong interest in you. I just don't see this person just walking away. They see qualities in you that obviously are not easily found in other partners. Right? Which is always powerful, in my opinion. Thanks for watching, Capricorn. Leave me a like if you got something out of it. Good reading. Aquarius. How are my awesome Aquarius doing? I am an Aquarius myself, and we all need a little bit more attention, don't you think? Yeah. Really, I should just make this about, these reads just about Aquarius. We'll do like 1 hour of Aquarius, and then we'll do 5 minutes for the rest of the signs. I think that's fair and balanced. That's a 7 of Cups coming out. Possibilities. I'm just kidding. All right, tell us about the person our Aquarius wants to spy on. Who is this person and what can we know? Nothing? Says the Magician. It does show somebody that I would assume is considering something or sees potential. Also split the deck here, Aquarius, on the Two of Swords, which is also what I was thinking about that energy, because it implies that this person is unsure whether I should or I shouldn't. I think they're examining if there is potential with you. Tell us about this person that we're spying on for Aquarius that potentially sees an opportunity with Aquarius or sees some sort of potential. What are they thinking about towards Aquarius? Card comes out. Says the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Wah wah. What else are they thinking about? So this person's basically reflecting on what went well and what didn't. Alright? These energies both basically contradict each other. So, which would make sense because it's already showing them in that energy. How does this person see Aquarius? Person that we're spying on for Aquarius. How would I read that? So we have the Queen of Cups here. Interesting. This person may see you as somebody that's romantically open, Aquarius. I'm cautious when I say that because, again, how would they know that? I don't really know. But that's what it's saying. All right, this person may see you as somebody that is emotional or somebody that can be capable of love. I'm not really sure. The Queen of Cups is not typical of Aquarius energy, but whatever. Nonetheless, that's how they've seen you. All right. It is also potential that this is a person that did fall in love with you at one point. All right. If you know this person never fell in love with you, it's unlikely they're applying this reading. All right. It is showing some type of romantic interest towards you, but it's more showing that you would be open to them. I would assume. Whether they're just guessing about that or not, I'm not sure. What is this person hiding from Aquarius? Person that we're spying on for Aquarius. What they're hiding is, it says they're extremely stressed or worried, or they overthink this heavily. You're on their mind a lot. All right. The problem with this energy is it points out that a person, you know, in the tarot, it constantly stresses the importance of intuition, and you know what it's really saying behind that is that within every person, you know, there's always a path throughout life, and at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, a person is going to decide and choose where they're going to land, right? A lot of people think it's, well, it's the universe telling me I have to go here or do this or whatever. It's really your choice of what you're going to do, who you're going to speak to, if you're going to go to the gym or you're not going to go to the gym. All right. You know, and so when a person is truly being themselves, they're following their heart and what they feel is right morally, you know, and internally they know what their obligations are, you know. But with the Nine of Swords, it can talk about a skewing of that, where somebody is kind of, in some ways, you know, that voice is telling them what they already know, but then they're second guessing it or doubting it or having second thoughts, you know, and it starts to stress them to the point where they're unsure what to do. All right. Whatever reason, you've put them in this energy, it's suggesting. All right. Why do I think this is accurate? Because what it's already implying is that this person's got, this can be blocked emotions or on the fence. So it's implying that this person doesn't, they're seeing positive and they're seeing negative. So I think this is a person that has seen failure with you, and that is adding a heavy weight on their decision. But they've also seen something positive where it does work, and when it does work, it works well. And that creates a very big dilemma, because you can't have both. You know? So this person may not really know what to do when it comes to you. What bothers them the most about Aquarius? Give me one card. Person we're spying on for Aquarius, what bothers this person about Aquarius the most? What stresses or bothers them the most? Let's see if it'll tell us. It says the King of Wands reversed. Come on now. Why does that bother them? Why does the King of Wands reversed bother them? Ace of Wands. So I'm not entirely sure. I can't put my thumb on this, Aquarius, and how it's kind of suggesting, because it's talking about initiating or starting something, but with the King of Wands reversed here, it's a start and stop or an absence energy, where it's basically saying not going after an opportunity. So in other words, it's like if somebody was to put something like an invitation in front of you to go and do something exciting, it would be almost implying that it's hit or miss. I just don't understand how that really applies to you, though. Like, it's citing something around your effort or your interest is like whether you would be interested or not. If that is true, then what would cause Aquarius to stall the success? It's a 6 of Wands. Well, how does this person view why it's not successful? Person that we're spying for Aquarius, what is their opinion on why it's not successful? I have Lovers here too. It says again why it's not successful is 9 of Swords for a second time. I mean, Aquarius, it's hard for me to know. This is a core factor in this reading, and it's talking about... I'm going to put it 2 different ways, given that it came out twice. Either you know this person to be an anxious mess, or they overthink stuff, all right? If that is true, then this person is viewing it as a major problem or an issue, okay? This can be somebody, there could be a scenario where this person is like, yeah, I always overthink, I always fuck it up, blah, blah, blah. Alright, they may blame themselves and feel that basically that is one reason why things don't ever work out. Alright? But on the other hand, they may feel that you, Aquarius, overthink or overcomplicate things. Alright? But I'm less likely to think that, because it's suggesting on what they're hiding, more suggesting it's on their side. Alright. So what am I trying to say here? This is a person that could potentially feel that they sabotage the situation or complicate the situation. Alright? This can also imply that now that I think about it, it could be somebody, because the King of Wands, when it's reversed, is somebody that is indecisive or doesn't actually follow through. In other words, they come into the situation and then they bounce out for whatever reason, or they overcomplicate it. Alright? This person may have confidence issues, or this person's got other issues, as I said, of any kind going on that stress them out, cause problems, or they overthink the situation, or make small problems into big problems. Alright? I think this person may not, there's a part of them that thinks maybe there's a lot of good things about you and whatnot, but then they doubt themselves, or they overcomplicate it, and then they talk themselves out of it, and maybe they back off. Alright? If I had to, again, cite the reason why that's all going on, it's pointing out that it has to be them, because it's pointing on their side, that they overcomplicate or overthink things. Alright? So... like, this could also be like a person that's like, maybe I shouldn't get too invested in Aquarius, because maybe I want something else, or maybe it won't work, or blah, blah, blah. And then they talk themselves out of it, And the High Priestess went over the 9 of Swords. This person may also completely ignore their intuition. They don't listen to it. They know what they should do or what they want to do, and they don't do it. They have to overcomplicate it. Alright? The 7 of Cups is waving here. This person is also somebody that could spend a lot of time fantasizing, wanting things to be perfect or reality to be other than it is. Alright? Wishful thinking. Alright? This person may sometimes just not know what they want, or they change their mind a lot. All right. So, who the hell knows, Aquarius? This seems like it could be a person that could... I don't want to dog this person or something like that, Aquarius, but it could be somebody that you found is quite difficult to deal with. Just that maybe they're, from an intellectual standpoint, they change, or they're not consistent, all right? Your behavior changes a lot. And you may have found that's difficult. Advice for Aquarius. It says don't stress about it. Well, I guess on your side. Maybe there's some stress on your side too. Alright. But more with the Eight of Swords is more don't overcomplicate it or overthink something. Alright. Could also be implying don't get caught up in the drama. You know, especially if this person does create a lot of it or you've had problems with it. It's maybe cautioning you, don't overthink it, don't get sucked back into that. Alright. You can see here that when there's a lot of issues and problems, you know, you can kind of create your own kind of prison. So sometimes situations can get so complicated that it almost, you know, boxes you up, gets you arrested. Because if it doesn't resolve, it gets worse and goes in the Nine of Swords, which is obviously a worsening of the energy. That's what I got for you. My overall impression here, Aquarius, is that this is a person that still has interest in you, seems to be a little lost lamb, confused, all right? They don't know what to do about you, all right? But they do think about you, and there are positive attributes. Whether this person will come around, I don't know. If I had to take a guess, this is a person that's probably not likely talking with you. If you do have any contact with them or you are communicating, it does suggest their feelings are unclear. All right. There seems to be, as I said, like there's some uncertainty about whether this can really be a thing or not. All right. They do seem to recognize that you have, again, an open heart, or you have some positive emotions towards them, or you're open to romance, you're open to love, or you can be caring. They seem to know that about you, and also that they have good times. Six of Cups is a great card. You can also talk about something to do with children, which I'm not going to go too much in this reading. All right, but they do recognize that there's been some failure here or issue between the both of you. For them, that seems to carry some weight in what they're thinking about. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you got something out of that, Aquarius, please leave me a like. Pisces, you are my last sign. So let's try to make this reading extra good for you, Pisces. I hope all my fish people are doing well. All right. I'm done with the crabs. I'm done with the tigers, and now I'm on to the fish. Tell me about the person we're spying on for Pisces. Who is this person our Pisces want to spy on? This ex-partner. I'm not going to take that. Well, actually, I'll take it, but I'm going to draw another card. So I have the Knight of Pentacles there. Tell us about the person our Pisces wants to spy on. Ex-partner. What can we know about this person? Wow, so I guess the energy is kind of consistent here. It just says the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Six of Wands. All right. I'm going to come back to that description because it's still, in my opinion, it's not that clear. It could be suggesting somebody that was wanting to make it work with you or wanted it to be successful. All right. Tell me about this person that we're spying on for Pisces. What are they thinking about towards Pisces? says Judgment reversed. What else are they thinking about towards our Pisces? Four of Wands. Wow. Evidently, this is the person that does want something with you, Pisces. All right. Clarify the Judgment reverse. Why is that in their thoughts towards Pisces? Shit. So we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Whoever this person is, Pisces, is somebody doing just that, all right? It is somebody that is still interested to make it work with you, all right? The success part with the Six of Wands is what's in question here, all right? In this person's thoughts, it's showing the Four of Wands energy, all right? This card is quite self-explanatory. It is somebody that is interested in something that would be obviously in a romantic setting, functional, could be a family situation as the card implies, or just having some type of connection that could lead to something more, especially if you don't have kids. Maybe it is adding a kid or having a few more, I don't know. Especially, you know, some of you might have kids with this person already. But the Judgment reversed here is the problem portion of this, because it does talk about sometimes where whenever there's separation or disconnects, it can talk about that there's been problems where both people either are arguing or fighting or disagreeing with each other on certain things, or don't really know how to proceed going forwards. All right. So what that implies is that it's still something that could be considered up in the air. So if you're separated from this person, they're not seeing it as it's closed out. It's still kind of just there, but it hasn't really been completely resolved. But even with that being said, it doesn't guarantee a new start or a new beginning. It's just saying it's like it's in that gray area kind of. All right. The Eight of Pentacles reverse is clarifying to it, so it kind of implies that there's been a lot of, you know, this person may get the sense that there's been a lot of things that have not worked or have been tried that have been unsuccessful. Maybe they try, you know, sometimes it can be little quarrels or issues, or, you know, for example, it could be like maybe this person's wanting you to come see them certain days during the week or something like that, and you're telling them I can't do that, and then there's friction about, well, you never see me type thing. It could be something simple like that, right? You know, and it's like you make a plan with them for the weekend, but then they're not satisfied with that. All right. Well, for most people, that's not really a big issue, but for some people, it is. All right. So it just really depends. But it's talking about something like that, where you guys had trouble working on something. This person's reflecting on that. All right. This came out on its own right now. Queen of Cups reversed. I'll take that as a crowning energy. This person may also feel that part of the issue is that your emotional interest in this person has waned, or it's no longer maybe what it once was. All right. You know, when people's hearts start to close, their interest starts to wane. How does this person see Pisces? The person we're spying on for Pisces, how do they see Pisces currently? Person we are spying on for Pisces, how do they see Pisces? Wow. The Ace of Cups here, reversed. Ugh. Whoever this individual is, Pisces, may get the sense that you right now, I don't know if this is how true this is, but they're getting a sense that your romantic interest towards them is in the gutter. All right, Ace of Cups reversed can just directly talk about no potential for a new beginning, especially in romance. So they're desiring it, but it's not happening. All right. How does Pisces see this person that's we're spying on? It says the Five of Pentacles out in the cold. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to make of that, Pisces. I guess it's just suggesting you just don't like this person, or you just... I don't know. Okay, that's what I got. What is this person hiding from Pisces? Person that we're spying on for Pisces. What are they hiding from Pisces? It says the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Where's my deck? Why are they hiding that from Pisces? The Seven of Pentacles reversed. Says confusion again, and it went over the Ace of Cups reversed. This is implying what they're hiding. This person really doesn't know how to make this better between the both of you. Them, you and them. Right? This is directly telling us with the Ace of Cups that there is clear confusion on how to make a start. And the Seven of Pentacles reverse is showing that there's been a lot of failures. It really says it here. This looks like a stuck lamb. I'm stuck. Well, Pisces being a bitch. Alright. What is causing the Seven of Pentacles to be reversed? Wow, this just gets worse and worse. The Magician reversed. I'm not gonna take that. It's like the devil poking out. Just put you back. I don't need your antics today. What is this person I'm spying on for Pisces? What is their intention towards Pisces? To be single. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. To be single bachelorette. Magician. To make it start. To make it direct opposite of what it's saying is going on. How are they going to do that if it's suggesting Pisces doesn't care? Three of Swords, right? Tell us about the Three of Swords. Do tell. Heal, wow. Pisces, I don't know if I buy this. I'll just read it how it is, alright? For this particular reading, you have an individual here that it seems to me how this would potentially show up in real life is it was a person you interacted with. I'm assuming you guys had a relationship at some point that worked, but somewhere along the lines it's implying that you lost interest. Now, most of you are probably going to immediately point the finger at them and say it's their problem, they did this, they did that, alright? That may be true for some situations, it won't be true for all situations, but whichever way we spin it, it's suggesting, per the tarot, you lost interest, or at least this person thought you did, alright? The only clue it's giving us is that there were certain things, I'm assuming, that were occurring over and over again that became issues that couldn't be resolved. It keeps suggesting something around that there was like problems that were unresolvable, right? This person still has a desire, nonetheless, despite whatever issues, your heart being closed off and issues, they still have some desire to want to make something work with you. At least they yearn for it. But they kind of see the situation right now as there's really no way to start this, and even if, you know, they're thinking to themselves they could be wrong about that, there's just raw confusion. It's suggesting there's really no ways for them to know if they're wrong or not. It does imply, as the final positive note of this reading, that this person does, in some ways, intend to be in their intentions, be single, ready to mingle, and it's suggesting the Magician. And you notice that the Magician was reversed here. Their intention is to try and do whatever they can to see if they can start it again, all right? One of their angles appears to be the Three of Swords and the Star is healing from pain, all right? This person may try and change their approach or try something different. I don't know. This could be someone that wants to kind of approach and push things in a different direction, all right? But to me, this seems a bit wishful thinking. I don't know. In my opinion, it kind of is almost suggesting this would be a done situation. It's unlikely if this is true, what it's implying here, unlikely that it's going to resolve, in my opinion. But hey, this person's got a wish and a prayer and a hope, so who knows? Maybe it will. It doesn't, and I just want to make this clear, it doesn't actually show communication or cards suggesting that, but it does show in this person's intentions that they intend to try and restart something, or at least suggest that to you, all right? But how they actually do that and what way, I don't know, all right? That's what I got for you here, Pisces, all right? Doesn't look like it's a person you're too fond of, but who knows, maybe that could change. Thanks for watching. Leave me a like if you got something out of that. All right, I'm done. All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.